he likes sex props. He likes sex swings. He likes, me to go out and buy all this lingerie, and he likes the handcuffs. Me personally, never been into that before. I'm always used to the man being the dominant one in the relationship. So when he's telling me, oh, I like this, I like having sex swings.
He wants you to cuff him.
Yeah.
Do you have an escalating freak need?
When friends introduced Maria to Patrick, she was instantly enamored with him. But after 2 years of dating and 1 year of an engagement, Maria says she must have been blinded by the glare because she completely missed his dark side.
He has a freaky side to him.
I'm just into more kinky things like handcuffs, and I've had
Little S&M?
Yeah, she's not really into that side, and so to get that side out of me without having to meet up with people.
You do it elsewhere.
I try and talk to people that are into it.
Are you just talking or are you touching?
Can Maria get past Patrick's sexual needs in order to make their engagement work? Or is there more to this relationship than meets the eye?
We have 3 dogs and 2 cats, Your Honor. And when he walks to them, they start hovering and they start whimpering because they know that they're going to get their butt beat by him.
Today on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Maria Panteliodis and Mr. Patrick Morris. The two of you have been living together for 2 years. Ms. Panteliodis, you are done, through, finished, don't want to be with him anymore. Mr. Morris, you would like to save this thing. Am I accurate? You want to keep her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're going to talk about that momentarily. You guys are arguing about the pets. You both claim to love them, and Ms. Panteliodis, you want them all. And Mr. Morris, you want them. So I'm going to have to resolve that momentarily. But before we do, Ms. Panteliodis, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're seeking to end it here today?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Let me tell you something. This man over here may look innocent and he may look like there's nothing behind this 6'8" body, but he has a freaky side to him.
Freaky?
Freaky side. He goes online on his personal time to look for personal ads, to look for people that have the same common things that he likes about his freaky side, the things that the same things that they like to do in bed together. And so he'll go online emailing people, emailing provocative pictures. People email provocative pictures back to him.
When you say provocative pictures, can you gently tell me what they look like?
Yes,
not what they look like, but can you give me a region or something?
Let's just say that the people that send pictures to him are in bras and panties, and the pictures that he sends out, he is in nothing but his boxers.
Okay. So. Mr. Morris, is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. I've sent pictures.
Do you see that might be a problem with the woman with whom you're living, that you are sending provocative pictures back and forth to other people?
Yes, ma'am. It's not more pictures all the time, more just talking about the things that I'm into.
Now, without freaking me out, can you tell me a few of the things that you're into?
I'm just into more kinky things like handcuffs, and I've had
little S&M.
Yeah, a little of that, and she's not really into that side, but I love her and I come home to her and all that night, so to get that side out of me without having to meet up with people.
You do it elsewhere.
I try and talk to people that are into it because I don't want to come at her about it and freak her out and her think of me in a different way.
Are you just talking or are you touching?
Just
with the other people?
Just talking. I have met in the past, but it's mainly just a lot of talking.
Ms. Panteliodis, you say his fetishes aren't that benign. You have a problem with them? Is he trying to get you to engage? Are you concerned that he's doing it with other people? What's going on?
Well, I am concerned that he's doing it with other people. I've seen evidence, I've seen the text messages, emails, but he likes sex props. He likes sex swings. He likes, me to go out and buy all this lingerie, and he likes the handcuffs. Me personally, never been into that before. I'm always used to the man being the dominant one in the relationship. So when he's telling me, oh, I like this, I like having sex swings.
He wants you to cuff him.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm into being dominant and submissive. So
you either way, you're flexible.
Yeah, either way.
I got you.
I like to be
just as long as it's
sometime.
different.
Yeah,
he just likes to change it up. He likes, kinky things.
It's not like that all the time. So.
You know it bothers her, though, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so I've gone out of my way. You know, I've bought the lingerie. I've put it on. You know, it'll be exciting for, you know, a few hours. But then, you know, after that, it's like a couple days later, whenever I try to turn them on again, it's like that outfit doesn't do it anymore. That sex prop doesn't do it anymore.
He needs to upgrade all the time. He needs more and more and more. Do you have an escalating freak need?
No, I wouldn't say that. I just feel like sometimes I feel like she's not really into it, and she's just trying to do it to, you know, make me happy. So therefore, I don't think she's, you know, fully wanting to really engage in it.
Well, Ms. Panteliodis, you think he's actually engaging in these behaviors with other people?
Yes, ma'am.
What evidence do you have of that?
I have actually seen text messages on his phone from people saying, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Let me know when Maria's out of town again. You know, oh, and I'll make sure I'll have the condoms this time. Don't worry. I've seen text messages like that. I've seen emails saying, hey, you know, I'm 6'8", I'm a lot of fun. And so whenever, you know, I'll be at work, that's whenever he engages. And then I confront him about it. And then he's like, oh, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I never did that. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Let's pull out your phone. Let's pull out your emails. Let's see exactly what you're talking about that you're going to deny, saying that you didn't do, but yet you did do it.
I don't say I deny it. I'll say that I've done it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't do it, but I don't meet people all the time. Like,
but when I confront you,
but you meet people sometimes. You do engage in sexual conduct with someone other than the woman that you're with.
Yeah.
When Divorce Court continues, is Patrick a rageaholic?
He takes his anger out on our animals. He'll, you know, grab them, yelling at them, and they'll be whimpering for, like, you know, for him to stop.
Are you considering getting married but aren't quite sure your intended is the right one for you? I'll give you my opinion. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Maria Panteliodis, who says her fiancé's sexual fetishes are tearing them apart. But is sex their only issue?
Very frightening, and it's very uncomfortable. And I have this thing about people not feeling safe in their own homes. You say he has a very, very bad temper. Yes, explain that to me.
We have 3 dogs and 2 cats, Your Honor.
Okay.
And our dogs are to the point to where if they accidentally, you know, use the pod, like go to the bathroom in the house when we're gone all day, he'll come home and all he has to do is look them, and when he walks to them, they start hovering and they start whimpering, scared for their life, you know, trying to find a place to hide under the bed because they know that they're going to get their butt beat by him. And since he and I, when we argue, I don't like to be yelled at. I don't like having a voice raised at me. You know, I'm very emotional about that. So what does he do? He takes his anger out on our animals. He'll, you know, grab them, like put their face in the pee and like rub it in there, like, you know, this is bad, don't do it, yelling at them, and they'll be whimpering for, like, you know, for him to stop. And then whenever he's done, he'll leave for a few minutes. He'll go outside, but when he comes back in, he's like, oh, I remember that they did this. So then he starts doing it again. He does the exact same thing that he's already punished them for. And, you know, sometimes it's like it'll happen a few hours before.
I would say that I you know, I do take anger out on them a little bit, but I'm not to the point to where, you know, I'm just doing it just because. Like, if they go bathroom in the house, you know, they got to be disciplined. You can't just go, oh, it's okay, and let them outside. You know, you got to train. You got to train. But
discipline has to be appropriate and pointed. It can't be. The extent to which you do it has to be determined by what works and what doesn't work, not determined by how angry you are.
And I understand. Like I said, sometimes I get a little you know, I do kind of
overzealous.
Yeah, I kind of take it out on them a little bit, but not to the same point where she's talking about, where I get, you know, I'm actually training them. That's why they listen to me and they won't listen to her. If I'm out of the house, she'll call and say, oh, the dogs are misbehaving, you know, and she'll just lock them up all day while I'm working if she's at home. And I'm like, you can't do that. You know, you just got to be more aggressive with them, just to train them and let them know that you're, you know, that you're their master, because or else.
Well, Mr. Morris, we've been talking about you a lot. So I want you to tell me what your concerns are about her. I know you have some financial concerns and some control issues. Why don't you tell me what is your main issue with Mrs. Panteliodis?
I would just say my main issue is, you know, she's controlling, which, you know, would all stem back obviously to, you know, me messing up in the the sexual side of stuff. But she's just, you know, very controlling, always wanting to know where I am. And, you know, when I am telling her, oh, I'm with my brothers or something, she'll be like, I don't believe you. And I can tell her to call his phone if we're out together, and I'll talk to him from there. And if we're arguing and stuff, I can't get loud with her because, you know, my voice is deep. She thinks I'm yelling where I'm just talking loud, and, you know, my voice carries. You know,
Mr. Morris, I'm going to tell you something. And, you know, it's not fair and all this kind of stuff, but, you know, some people are short, some people are tall, some people are big. And when you're a big person and you're with a little person, you have to watch how you express yourself in their direction because it's intimidating, even when you don't mean it to be. And, I mean, I have to get a step stool to get stuff because I'm short. So that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And you have to be extra careful about how you come across because you're big. And it's not your fault that you're big. It's not my fault that I'm short. But when you are big and you have a woman in the house of that, even if you aren't angry, it's very intimidating. It's very frightening, and it's very uncomfortable. And I have this thing about people not feeling safe in their own homes. And I don't think you do it on purpose, or at least I don't know that you do. But I'm just asking you, you know, from a little person to a big person. You know, that's kind of how it works out.
When divorce court continues, what does Patrick do to Maria that shocks even Judge Lynn?
You a better woman than me, because I'd have kicked him to a curb a long time ago.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Patrick Morris, who denies his fiance's allegations that his rage is out of control. But is communication also a problem in this relationship?
What do you want me to do with these handcuffs? What do you want me to do with the sex swing? What are you into personally, so that way I know what to do in the bedroom?
Are you on him all the time about what he's doing? I mean, people like what they like. You know, he didn't, oh, let me have this fetish over here. And, you know, that's what his brain is telling him. How can you expect him not to like what he likes?
It's not that I don't expect him to like what he likes. I would just like him to be more open with me. Instead of going out and trying to find this on the computer, on a personal ad, come to me. Tell me, hey, look, this is what I'm into. This is what I'm in the mood for tonight. So that way I can be like, oh, okay, this is what you're in the mood for tonight. So that way I can be that person for him.
So you're willing to engage in his accelerating freak needs?
As long as he keeps me on that accelerator with him. Every time you want me to upgrade, tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you like. I can't read your mind. I'm new to this. I'm not used to having somebody who is into these kind of things. So I need to know what you kind of expect and then go from there. You know, I can't just do it on my own because I don't know.
Mr. Morris, is she as willing as she indicates, or is she just telling me that?
I think she says she is, but like the actions don't show it too much when we engage in it.
Sometimes I'm not as into it as he is because it's so new. I'm trying to get the hang of it. I'm trying to understand, you know, what do you want me to do with these handcuffs? What do you want me to do with the sex swing? What do you want me to do with this lingerie? You know, how do you want me? Do you want me to walk around? Do you want me to prance? What do you want me to do? What are you into personally, so that way I know what to do in the bedroom?
You a better woman than me, because I'd have kicked him to a curb a long time ago. I don't prance. Well, let me not even go there. But I mean, woo! Ms. Panteliodis, he's not going to change. He likes what he likes. He needs what he needs. He does what he does. And I think he does love you. I think he cares about you a great deal. But I also think that whatever his sexual proclivities are, they're not going to change. It's not a signal that he doesn't love you. He wants to make them less, but he's not gonna. You're 21 years old. You know, when I was that age, I never dated a guy for more than 12 months. You know, you get 12 months, okay, I don't like this, and about you. You to the left, get the next one.
Right.
So by the time, and then there were years where I didn't have any at all. And I worry a little bit about women who feel they need to have one all the time. You're cute, you're 21. You know what I mean? You got a job. Don't sign on for a life of escalating distaste for a certain part of your own life. That's all I'm asking you to do.
When divorce court continues, is Patrick barking up the wrong tree, thinking he can get custody of the couple's precious pets?
I think they're scared of him. Whenever he comes home, you know, at the end of the day, if they've chewed something up, they are whimpering and they are trying to run from you and hide because they're so scared of the consequence. That I feel frightened for my children.
Divorce court returns with the case of Maria Panteliodis and Patrick Morris, who want to dissolve their engagement after 2 years together.
Mr. Morris, you do what you do because you like what you like, and I don't think you can change that. And I think that you need to be man enough to say, hey, this is what I like. If this woman isn't into it, it may be best for me to go my separate ways. I know you love her, but you're pressing her to become something she doesn't want to be, and it's not because you're a bad guy and you don't want to press her. That's why you keep daddling off in other directions, and he can't stop. You know what I mean? Because, you know, so you got to make a decision. My decision was always cut them loose. And there's one that really meant to be, you cut them loose, they keep coming back and coming back. And you say, no, I don't wanna. You come, you know, my husband came back 3 times. That's why he got me. Tell me about the dogs. You got a lot of animals. You got 6 animals.
We have 5.
5 animals. You want Charlie, Levi, Scarface, and Buckwheat.
Yes,
He wants Charlie and Levi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you don't want to leave Charlie and Levi with him. Now, what are
Definitely not.
Charlie and Levi? Levi is a...
Charlie's Superman and Levi's Batman.
Okay. Why do you believe you should get all 4 animals?
Because I think they're scared of him. Whenever he comes home, you know, at the end of the day, if they've chewed something up, I understand you have to discipline them. I am fully okay with that. But to the point to where they are whimpering and they are trying to run from you and hide because they're so scared of the consequence, that I feel frightened for my children. I don't want to leave them in a place that they're going to be scared and they're going to be frightened and they're not going to feel comfortable all the time.
Why do you think it would be cool to leave Charlie and Levi with you?
Because I don't think, you know, they're all friends with the other dog, Macy, and you know, they don't listen to her. I think they do love me. You know, I don't beat them to that point. When I come home, they're all jumping in the window, barking, glad that I'm home. You know, she'll send me pictures of them sitting on the couch in the windows, you know, whining because they're waiting for me to come home. You know, so she's over dramatic about it, is what it is.
But do they ever run and hide from you? Are they afraid of you? And you?
I would say that, you know, sometimes because they know if they do wrong, you know, they know I'm going to discipline them. I'm not going to let them get away with it. You know, if they rip up
You said at one point sometimes you do take your anger out on them. Is that accurate?
Yes, I get a little, you know, too harsh with them. Like sometimes, you know, I'll punish them and then I will come back and
do it again.
You know, and yeah, but not as bad. You know, I'm not going to discipline them like I did. I'll just like, don't look at me, I'll smack them on the butt, like, go away, you're bad. And so where she's, you know, more over dramatic about it.
I got it. Ms. Panteliodis, I said what I needed to say to you. And I think you're a pretty lady and you need to go out there and experience life in all of its glory. Don't have any children, but just explore. And Mr. Morris, I don't think you're a bad guy. I think you're a guy a little bit handcuffed by your own passions, excuse the pun. I believe you love her, but I think sometimes loving is letting something go. This is what I'm going to do. Mr. Morris, I don't think you're in full control of your anger. And I can't leave vulnerable people or vulnerable animals with someone who I'm not completely certain has control over his faculties in full. Consequently, all pets will remain with Ms. Panteliodis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Maria and Patrick say they are going to counseling to try to work things out. They are not living together anymore, but still talk every day and see each other several times a week. They love each other, but if all else fails, they hope they will be able to remain close friends.